Sam Altman back as CEO of OpenAI, bringing an end to this dramatic standoff and employee revolt days after the board of the startup fired him. Our Deirdre Bosa digs into who's come out on top after all of this, Dee.
Maybe just the end of the beginning, Carl. So the short answer, we still don't really know, but it does certainly look like Microsoft comes out on top. OpenAI can now operate as its research lab and take on the reputational and executional risk for Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't have a board seat, but does it even want one? There's still so many unanswered questions. Now, after all the drama of the last few days, it may feel like we're back to square one. Sam Altman, Greg Brockman back at OpenAI, no mass exodus. It remains a nonprofit with a mission to serve humanity. Microsoft continues to bankroll and benefit from its ambitions, but the power has most definitely shifted, and that will be critical for the future of this organization. 5 days ago, the board was made up of researchers and Silicon Valley insiders largely unknown to the broader public, save Sam Altman himself. Now you've got Quora CEO Adam D'Angelo, the only holdover, and he's joined by two of the most prominent leaders in business and economy, Bret Taylor, former co-CEO of Salesforce, and former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. According to reports, their initial task is to vet and appoint an expanded board of up to 9 people that will reset governance at OpenAI. And I spoke this morning to an investor in OpenAI who wanted to remain anonymous. They told me that they still don't know what led to Sam Altman's ouster last Friday, but believes it came down to a philosophical debate over the speed of progress. The investor told me they're pleased with the outcome in the initial board, adding, quote, "You can't hide under the guise of a nonprofit and blow things up." They also said they hadn't decided if they'd participate in the latest funding round for OpenAI, led by Thrive Capital, that would value the organization at more than $80 billion. They want to, quote, "get the facts and make sure we understand," which is probably the boat that a lot of existing investors in OpenAI are in at the moment, because there are still plenty of questions, not least of which what really happened, who else is going to join the board, and still how it balances that altruistic charter, which is still there, and potential negative impacts of generative AI with increasingly profitable products. Guys, we still don't really have a resolution to how that plays out. We maybe have people who are capable of figuring that out, maybe a better balance between capitalists and that altruistic side of, researchers that have a really important task to fulfill here as well. But the bottom line, guys, is that this is still structured as a nonprofit.